But you yada yada over the best part.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Yada Yada Podcast, episode 119. Where's the bomb, Andre? Boom! Oh. See, Andre was so caught up in the Pacer talk, had no sound effects ready, but here we are. We back, we live, we official. It's the kid Joe Canale. Black Hyphy's back on episode 119. Nelson's here, Sebastian's here, Rivers here, and of course, we got Sav here today as well. Special guest Sav. Holding it down again on the pod.
She's on the switching, so she's actually doing stuff.
Hey, look at that producer couple right here. This is tight. Look at that. We got two producers now.
Three.
Oh, that's right. It's Sebastian.
Come on, man. Be respectful.
Hey,
bro, that's LinkedIn official over there. Come on, bro.
LinkedIn. You put that on the page?
We did.
But yeah. Hey, follow us on LinkedIn. No, but I'm not on there though.
Wait, we got a LinkedIn?
We got a LinkedIn.
Andre made a LinkedIn.
Follow me on LinkedIn.
Drop a bomb for yourself, Andre. Man. We appreciate that.
Trying, bro.
You know, Andre doing his producer thing for us. Now, fellas, we are back. You were gone last week. How do you feel, man? Where would you go? Where was you at?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been a long fucking week.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, they say bad things happen in threes. It's been a lot of shit. Man, Big Mood is closing.
Yeah.
It makes me fucking sad. It's my third place.
R.I.P.
Shout out Richard. Shout out Barrett. All the homies. Man, we love that place.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm feeling good. You know, health is wealth.
Yeah.
You know, got a good little gym session today. Listen to some oldies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Till you send me that fucking video.
Which one? Oh, that was...
And then that...
I was like, yeah, check this out, man, for the pod.
Shifted the whole workout. I was like...
Yeah, I thought about prefacing it and being like, hey, just so you know, this song's like kind of deep and heavy. So
it was like day of, hey, check this out.
Yeah, I thought about sending it last night, but knowing Andre, he likes to listen to shit like I send to him, like on his way home from like a club. Like usually tipsy, drunk a little bit. So he's like, let me throw this on.
Not driving, though. Not driving.
No, Savannah's driving.
Yep.
Yeah, his girlfriend is driving. Because she don't drink.
Well.
Hey.
We Ubered.
Yes, you Ubered. Okay,
Yeah.
and we didn't want to have you throw that on in the Uber.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, throw me the aux real quick.
Nigga said, turn this shit off.
Yeah, that would have been a vibe.
I'm not trying to hear this.
That wouldn't have been a vibe.
No.
But yeah, man, you were at St. Louis last week. How was that?
St. Louis was
You and
tight.
River went to St. Louis?
Yes, we were at the Graciously Noticed event at the Post building in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
That was Sunday. But we also got to see our homegirl, Glenisha. She did an artist talk. It was really amazing, and she's an amazing artist and friend. So it was a good time.
Is she from out there?
Yeah, no, she's from Houston, right? She's from Dallas. Excuse me. She would be.
Oh,
wow.
shit. All right. Well, a little drop bomb for that, Andre.
Some magic in that high school
Baduism.
for sure.
As they say.
But no, it was a good time. St. Louis is always fun. We should go out there and pop up. Let's make that play. Y'all down to go to St. Louis?
I'm down, man.
Say, is the producer
Sebastian
down?
the ride?
All right, the producer's
Be
down.
like
Why not?
a weekend thing.
Yeah, don't hold my word to that, but you know. Nah, like I could usually go to any other place but St. Louis at this point. Like we can
Is
go to
it bad?
anywhere
Is
else.
St. Louis bad? Am I?
I don't know.
I just don't really-
know why he want to fuck with it.
Well, last time they went, they got a free room, but they didn't tell me that. Apparently, I didn't ask people that I know personally if they had a free room that we could all stay in.
Damn, where is this shit coming from?
That's when the last time y'all went to St. Louis.
Okay.
Not the previous one you
All
just
right,
had. The one
well-
before that.
If y'all want to go to St. Louis, we could go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Either or, as long as the producers are down, then
I'm down.
we have everything we need to go.
We got it. Andre's
down.
down.
But this is also a big Sunday today.
New chairs.
New chairs, new vibe,
New
set.
rolly chairs.
You
They
know,
move.
We mobbing.
Man.
Very
And they don't
spacious.
squeak.
They don't.
Free.
Free. Drop a bomb for that. Andre found these chairs actually.
Facebook Marketplace, baby.
You know, shout out to producer, always looking out for the set, always holding it down.
I
however
texted
he
Chad. I
can.
said, somebody asked River if she likes these. And then Alex was like, get them.
immediately,
I
no
did.
hesitation.
I did ask.
I would hate to bring in some chairs. And she's like, what the fuck are these? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully somebody takes it. Table's still out there.
And it kind of matches. It's like the orange in
Let's
between.
just put it in the street.
In between like the red and yellow. Like if you squint your eyes, it's like the same you know.
We are rebranding soon, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Jerry Seinfeld and them.
Yeah, just a hard reset.
Hard reset.
Yeah. But it was a big week in Kansas City, or this weekend today specifically, because we actually got a new video from the Babe Gabe. I'm not sure if you guys know, but she just dropped her new video, 1999, feature Monogram, and it has Monogram. Andre, can you throw that on for us real quick?
Didn't tell me to get it set up.
See, I told you about.
See, it's one step forward and two steps back with producer Andre right here.
You know what I'm saying? Like he holds it down.
As
until
soon
he
as you
doesn't.
praise somebody, they
Sebastian, you do a
disappoint
great job.
He's on time.
You know, he got here early. I showed up like,
Yeah.
oh shit, Sebastian, you actually early. He goes, oh shit, we was not meeting at 12. He thought he was late. Meanwhile, Andre shows up hours later.
Hours.
I gotta call Andre like, hey, you on the way, right?
You sure?
Yeah, you on the way, right?
Like, we still doing it, right?
Yeah, we still podcasting, right? Don't leave us hanging just yet, brother.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Where we at? Linktree. We had to go to Instagram for it.
For her video?
Yeah, where is it at? Do we see it?
It should be on YouTube.
I searched it on YouTube, but what we're gonna do is this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
7 rings right there.
You found it. Aha.
Let's go.
There we go.
I'm good for something.
1999, The Babe Gabe feature Monogram produced by 7 Rings, Ty and Jerry. New music video just dropped today. The latest video off of Honey Pop, the latest album from The Babe Gabe.
Do y'all want to be in the shot when, like, do you want to
Either or.
have your reaction on screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Send it.
Let's do it. Oh, the sound's off.
One more time. Can my computer support this? This type of information?
Our producer's laptop might blow up because of this video.
Used to hate my hair, didn't like an afro pick. Hot combs had me scared, hide your ear tips. Mom laid the edges and I sweat them out.
So
It's
choppy.
summertime.
Yeah, take us off the
Shout
screen,
out to
Andre.
all
I think we're hurting the buffering.
Yeah, maybe Sebastian can pull it up on his computer. 'Cause-
Andre's computer's about to blow up at any minute.
yeah.
Yeah, like I could hear it, the fan going crazy right now. Like you're
Damn,
picking up
man,
your
my bad.
laptop after using it for a long time, and that shit like steaming hot.
You know what's crazy? Now when I close my laptop before, I have to put it to sleep. I don't
So it
even
just
close
completely
it.
stops.
Yeah, I have to stop it and then close it.
Yeah. So it actually comes to a halt.
Yeah.
How do you spell 7 Rings? Is it with a 7 or you spell it out?
I'll
gotta
text it in
trade
the
it
chat.
in.
I'll text it in the chat right now.
I think it's just the number 7 Rings, right?
Go to the private chat tab, or Sebastian.
That's right, the private chat. Aha! There it is.
It is spelled like that. It was just hard to find.
All right, we're gonna be. All right, Sebastian, get us right. Here we go.
Let's do this one, and then let's go.
Sick.
Here we go.
All it needed was an M3 chip.
The Babe Gabe Monogram, 1999, off of Honey Pop.
used to hate my hair, didn't like an afro pick. Hot combs had me scared, hide your ear tips. Mom laid the edges and I sweat them out. It's summertime. Shout out to all my babies, 1999.
18th in mind.
I always knew I could be anybody, but felt like my parents had my future all decided. Young athlete, living out my dash dreams. Mom said I'd be a tennis star, always believed in me. My sister wasn't it, such a good role model. Honestly, I see her as one of my idols. And my brother shows love, no matter what. Learned from an early age, we can only count on us. Cartoons in the morning, then it started all. Looking back, shit, I think I really had it all. Had my family, best friends, and my dreams. It wasn't all picture perfect, but it was canon for me. I've been fly since 1999. From the city where they get high to pass time. We eat beef on bun with a fry on the side. I've been chasing my dreams since I
should have went to the
I've
gates.
been flying since 1999.
5 minutes
From the
away.
city where they get high.
they should've went to
past
Gates,
time.
yeah.
Eat beef on bun with a fry on
Maybe,
the
yeah.
side. I've been chasing my dreams since I heard touch the sky.
99.
Let's go.
Monogram.
For the lights, way before the nights turn warm, summertime. Way before the mic,
Really have
way
a face
before
to
the
the name.
grind. I used to ride my bike to the carry out to get a couple wings. One shit I really cared about. Used to watch basketball highlights. Wanna be like Mike with my 96 breads, right? And then I learned to drop my feelings on the page. Free me from this cage of this life. It's a fucking maze. And I could never run from that pain. Felt stuck, but I ducked and I faded that pain. And life changed quick for me. I thank my siblings, everything they did legit for me. I thank my mother, everything she did legit for me. I thank my pops, he taught this shit that'll get me rich, homie.
Yeah.
I've been flying since 1999. From the city where they get high to pass time. Eat beef on bun with a fry on the side. I've been chasing my dreams since I heard touch the sky. I've been flying since 1999. From the city where they get high to pass time. Eat beef on bun with a fry on the side. I've been chasing my dreams since I heard touch the sky.
Hey, all right. That was
Fire.
1999 by the Babe Gabe featuring Monogram. Off 100 pop. Round of applause, Andre. Beautiful, beautiful. Love the video. I love how much the colors popped in that video. It was a very colorful video. I liked it. And I like they were on the Vine. It was a good showcase of the Vine too.
Hell yeah. That's my favorite song off the project.
Man,
Either
shout out
that or
Jerry.
Roselle Court.
That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
I love her like pop flow.
Mm-hmm.
It's so tight.
It
It's
is. Sister show up
it's
no
a
matter
contrast.
what.
cool. It's good contrast to like her
Little
whole
pop inflection.
image.
And like during that interview, she said like she does like get inspiration for her rapping flows from Tupac. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a song you could definitely hear that inspiration on, especially with her inflections and her delivery.
Jack Dolan said it's a hit.
It is.
Shout
It is
out,
a hit,
Jack.
man. So shout out to the Babe Gabe, and that was I believe the second song off of Honey Pop to get over 1,000 streams.
Oh, word.
1999,
Yeah. Let's
I
go.
believe.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, another round of applause first.
Man.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Honey Pop still running it up. As she said in our street interview we had this past week at her show, she is dropping another album this summer. Honey Pop Disc 2.
Oh shit.
More pop, more house, and some R&B on there. So it should be pretty tight. It's gonna be a Honey Pop summer in Kansas City. It's gonna be a Brat summer because I'm DJing this summer. So we're gonna turn it up again for Brat season, and it's gonna be Honey Pop summer.
It's a girl pop summer.
Yeah,
for
of
sure.
course, naturally. If I'm DJing for the hoes. So it's gonna be a good
Wow.
time.
Whoa.
Hey, zoom in on him. Hey, can we get an
Hey,
ISO?
play the music.
Yeah, for real.
I am gonna play the music.
How you immediately call them hoes right after that?
It's
You
like,
was doing good for so long.
like I'm playing music for them. It's like a term of endearment because I'm playing music for them.
A term of endearment, Joe. Where?
Well, the term is there, but the
How you gonna have a brat summer and call them the hus, bruh? Shame on you.
I mean, what? I thought it was a
Tomato, tomato.
yeah, tomato, you know.
Tomato, tomato.
You know?
Y'all excited for Joe's
Oh,
brat
throwing
summer?
tomato.
Y'all excited? Y'all ready? You excited?
Listen, if you hear me out DJing outside, just know it's gonna be for the ladies.
Wait, where's your
the
next
ladies, I guess. Like,
Where's your next DJ gig?
I'm gonna be at the ship on April 11th.
Let's go.
Joe Corner Joe
Yeah,
at the shit.
live at the ship with
Joe
KB Mix,
Corner Joe.
KB. Shout out Jeremy Heck, of course. Me, KB, and Sammy Sheets actually.
Sorry, water break.
Who just had a show, who was the one that hosted the show that I interviewed Gabe at. And
Okay.
So shout out to Sammy for putting on that show. It was cool. I got to see Paris do a last minute performance. I got to see Ty perform for the first time as a solo artist. Gabe had her first live performance as a solo artist.
No. ISO.
What's up?
ISO Joe.
Me? Oh yeah. So, but it was great, man. It was good. Got to see Gabe have her first solo set, Ty's first solo set. It was really great seeing them perform for the first time as individual artists. And on top of that, like they're really great performers. Like you could really just tell that they have that experience and they have that element of their artistry down pat. Like Ty seeing him perform his solo music for the first time was really amazing. And you could tell with each song that he performed that he got more comfortable in that space, being in that space alone by himself for the first time. And so, like, by the time he got the Brain Feeder, which was the last song he did during the set, like, he was really into it. And it was really dope to see. And he sounded great on the mic, too. Like, the audio sounds so crisp when he performs.
Hell yeah.
So he knew how to do it right. And then on top of that, Gabe had a great set, too. Gabe was really excited for her set. It was her first time performing songs off of Honey Pop, and it was her first solo set, so she was pretty excited for that. And she did great. Like, she started off the set with San Francisco, which was the outro, which I thought was an interesting decision. But it did a great job setting the tone for her set because she performed it vocally really well. There was one moment when they did Soul Food, her and Ty from Honey Pop.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the only slip up she had was that she forgot her verse during that performance. But
Okay.
since Ty was on stage with her, he was able to help guide her back on track because he knew her verse. So he would rap her verse and then she would figure out where she was at in the song. And then she would pick it up again. She would lose her footing a little bit more. He'd help her out again. Like, so it was good. Like, it was a good moment they had.
Okay,
you could
word.
see the camaraderie between the two of them as performers. So that was their first time performing together in some years, I think she said. So yeah, it was just a great performance. Great night for that collective. Shout out to Sammy Sheets for putting on a great show. Got to see the homie Scab. Remember Sammy from
I remember Scab.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Hey, Scab.
He's doing well.
Yeah, bro. It was cool. I got to hear some of his music while I was waiting to get interviewed by Bump. And I was like, all right, Sammy. Scab.
He getting to it.
Yeah. So, Sammy.
We got to get you on the podcast, brother.
Let's suit the shit, Scab.
Bring the Montuckies. Bring the cold snacks.
You know, let's have a good yada yada talk. But yeah, it was great, man. It was cool. Got to see everybody at that show. It was a good time. Shout out to Sammy Sheets.
Man.
Let's see. What you sent?
No, I was just updating Alex on something.
Oh, okay.
So he can play sound effects too.
Oh, okay. He got the sound. Oh, you got the sound effects now too?
Not yet.
Oh,
they in the media.
Oh, we need to talk about that, brother. I almost forgot.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, Andre actually got not the brand, but Andre got into some trouble for some shit he said on the pod.
What happened?
Did I get in trouble?
Nah, you ain't get in trouble, but he just really wanted explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last
Do you want to
week-
wait?
Huh?
Do you want to get him on?
Let's just get it off the chest now.
Why can't we?
Then we'll talk about it with him when he comes
Okay,
on.
all right.
Because it happened last week.
Okay, yeah.
Might as well keep it while it's fresh. But yeah.
Yeah.
Last week we were talking about our experience at the Jay Worthy show.
Mm-hmm.
You and Ezra were pretty heavy on the critiques regarding Les is More as DJing at the show. And he was just curious to know, like, more so feedback and critiques and details you had of your critique of his DJ set that night. Because I don't think you guys, like, really dove into, like, what was it about his set that you guys didn't like or what you wanted to see more of or what were you expecting? Like, what were you expecting from Les as a DJ that night?
I don't think I was expecting anything.
Or what were you wanting, I should say? From him.
From him?
As a DJ.
I think maybe try to embrace the crowd more, try to feel out what they're into, because it didn't seem like the tone was set up until maybe near the end. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think, and like we said last week, it's understandable because it's not often you get to play those style of records back to back to back, but sometimes people want to hear R&B. Sometimes people want to hear things that are current right now.
Yeah.
So I think the balancing act of that is tough. I'll never slag off a DJ for having what I perceive as an off night. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's not that we told him that shit was trash and to pack it up forever. I just said that the sound effects were harsh in my ears. Mm-hmm. By then, I was already kind of lit, and I wasn't trying to hear that shit. the harsh sound effects, not necessarily not the music.
Okay,
yeah,
just the sound effects.
And that style of music, I'm not really putting. I'm not a huge Griselda fan. I'm not a boo boo boo.
Conductor.
Yeah. I'm not. That's not.
Y'all wasn't vibing to. That's what he was playing was like Griselda shit.
He was playing a lot of West Side Gun. He played a lot of Conductor Williams because Conductor was in there. It's a lot he played a lot of Griselda. And plus, Jay Worthy is signed to Griselda too, so it does make sense that he was playing that music in that environment.
It just wasn't a good vibe because when what y'all was getting ready for, some gangster ass shit.
Yeah, but with Jay Worthy, he's more soulful. more like
So-
funk driven. I should say funk, like soul funk.
Because he got more bounce to him.
Yeah,
for sure.
more West Coast driven
Than
as opposed to East Coast
as
driven.
opposed to rapping like in. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just be thugging and have crazy lingo.
Yeah, like Jay
I
Worthy,
love
when
it.
he listen to his music, you could tell it's sunny out where he be at.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gray, cloudy, or cold.
Yeah.
And that's what Griselda's music feels like. So that's why it was a bit of a sharp contrast hearing West Side Gun and Griselda at the Jay Worthy show, because it makes sense to me because I understand the details and dynamics of Jay Worthy and Griselda. But just sonically, musically, it's just like two different sounds
Yeah.
that almost don't go together. But you know, it makes sense though. So I wasn't too upset, but I just wasn't in the mood to hear Griselda and West Side Gun in that moment. But like I said, if I was DJing, I would have did like West Coast shit that fits more Jay Worthy's music. But that's just me as a consumer, what I would like and what I would do if I was the DJ. But I wasn't too like overthrown by the music. Like after a while, it just became like background noise to the club because it wasn't very loud.
No.
It was just like stuff you'd hear off in the distance. Like
Yeah.
even when we played Five Deep, like we heard it, but you had to almost like pay attention really to hear it, because there was like people were talking, you know, stuff was happening in the venue, so it was just like background music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool. Got the job done. I do salute him for just like deciding he wanted to play nothing but Kansas City songs and then playing whole songs. Because like my only knock about that was, and I think it's more so a me thing as like a music listener and just like how DJ culture is now. Whereas when DJs play music, they'll only do like a minute of it, do a hook, and then they're on to the next song after that. And so like when I hear full songs as a listener, it's almost awkward almost now. Because
Yeah.
I'm not used to hearing whole songs when I go out to clubs or like venues like
you
that.
have kind of a shot clock.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, you should be mixing something else.
Something
in
should be
right now.
blending in, but he was like, nah, I did that intentionally.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I respect that, because if I was doing that, I would be up there like having like a meltdown.
What's some songs? What's some songs that he played? Like some Casey songs.
He played
Diamond's Track.
Five Deep. Who else did he play?
I think he may have played that Kai covers when I'm in.
Oh, he played Phil Collins.
Oh, he played.
Did he
He played Phil Collins, and then the Ops, Mops, Drops, Tops.
Oh,
Numbers,
Talk
Doing
About It?
Hot. Yeah, I
Talk
think he
About
played
It.
that.
That shit.
That shit was banging.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
That's still a cooker, bro.
that's
is-
such an underrated cooker.
Where's the music video?
Let's talk about the time that I
It's
had
out.
to eat my mama house.
He put that video out years ago.
Was that with the little kid?
Wait, what?
Talk about? Not
Yeah,
for-
that was the little kid video where he went to the gas station. or
yeah,
something?
yeah. He put that out.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, where's the video? Like, it's been out, brother.
Oh,
We
well.
can pull it up right now if you wanted to.
Nigga, I'm stuck in 2020.
Yeah, that's I think Talk About is one of them songs from the town where it is like a local.
Oh, take me back
Quarantined,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's one of them cookers from the city that I just feel like it should have really went up a lot more.
Yeah,
I mean, it got played on Hot 103 Jams, which is a pretty big look.
not enough gun talk.
All right, man. Not enough bodies and ops being dropped in there for you.
Not enough YN. You know?
Yeah. But I will say about Les and DJing and just like the culture itself. Like I've been noticing, like watching other DJs do sets on YouTube and stuff like that. I've been picking up like their little tendencies that they have to apply to myself. And I've noticed that there's like always like one thing DJs will do in their set that's just like, I'm doing this and I don't care like what people think about it. And I think there's a lot of bravery in that. Like one of those is playing whole songs in your set. Not doing any blending and mixes because you want to hear a whole song. Like that's pretty brave to me as a DJ. Like it's super rare that I'll play a whole song that's just like a banger, or absolute cooker that people want to hear the whole thing through. But like that's kind of brave to me to just be like, fuck the crowd. I'm gonna play this whole song. I'm gonna play this whole West Side Gun song.
And he was low key christening the. This was the first event there.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I like it.
yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want. This is the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first one. So I do respect that, like you said. So
Yeah, and then like I remember my homegirl Asia, she had a DJ set that she was doing somewhere, I think a week or two ago, and she was talking about how like she wasn't gonna care about blending, mixing, or transitioning properly, and none of that. She's like, I'm telling a story through this set, so I'm just gonna how I do is how I'm gonna do it. I don't give a fuck about how clean it sounds or how good it mixes or blends. And I was like, that's brave too, because like I don't think I could just do that. Unless
That
I'm in
kinda
the groove
sound-
of it.
I don't
Kinda
know.
sound lazy.
I'm in no position to define DJing and what it is because I'm not educated on it. I do know, like, just from rapping with FK and kind of see everybody learn they way because a lot of niggas is DJing now, and it's cool to see everybody do it different. Everybody pick their songs different or make their transitions different.
Some of y'all
Do you
suck,
like
some
that?
of y'all don't.
so many people. All right, Joe.
You
Do you like that so many people are getting into DJing now? You do, River? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it when the homies get into it. The rest of y'all can get the fuck out the paint. If I don't know
I mean,
you, I'm talking to you.
If it's good, like I'm not gonna like
get
everything.
the fuck out the paint. If I don't know you, stop DJing.
Hey,
If
that's
I don't
it.
know you, stop DJing.
Yeah. If you know me personally, and like we interact when we see each other, like keep DJing, keep it up. If I don't know you, stop. You probably suck. You're taking up space. Give up.
It's the glasses, yo.
Now, like I said,
Is it the type of music, or is it just that you need to know
yeah,
everybody?
like y'all don't DJ because y'all love music. Y'all just want to DJ because you think it looks cool, and you're not cool. That's why you suck at it. So
Do you DJ
give it
because
up.
you look cool while DJing?
No, I like music, and
Okay.
I have good music taste.
Okay.
And I'm tired of hearing the same shit outside in the city, so I got to switch it up for y'all.
Okay. This nigga, the avatar.
he's taking
The
it
avatar of
personal.
DJ. When Kansas City needed him most.
I stepped
He
up.
stepped He stepped to the plate.
Like
yeah.
I said, if you the homie and you DJing, like I fuck with it. Keep going. If I don't know you, please stop.
So it's just not. It's not about the. I want to reiterate.
'Cause, like,
It's
if you
not
love-
about the style of music. You don't care. They can play things that you don't like. It just depends on if you know them or not.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now, if I don't know you and I go out and you're DJing and you have a great set, I'll shake your hand after and say keep going. But until then, get the fuck out the way.
So you need to be blindly introduced to things
Yeah.
for you to like. You sound like when Kanye heard the fucking Beck album. This is actually kind of good, face ass.
You know, maybe I was wrong. Like, maybe you should keep DJing. But it's
Maybe Taylor Swift
prove
deserved that
me
BMA.
wrong. Prove me wrong.
Perfect.
Prove
Perfect.
me wrong.
I
That's
like
a
it.
crazy take, but but I find it interesting that so many people are DJing now.
I mean,
I wonder
it's
how long it
definitely-
will
It's
last.
definitely a trend. I mean, as long as any trend lasts.
Because y'all sold them cameras real quick. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
look.
It's like if you're not gonna commit to it, why are you wasting time?
Hey, look, try
it's a lot of money.
new things. If you suck and you can't get better, try other new things.
I just think that
That's how I look at
you
it.
don't have to jump into something or a hobby with the expectation to make money off of it.
Yeah,
You don't have to do that. If
you
you,
can
like,
just enjoy it.
yeah, if you like photography, like that doesn't make you a photographer. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I just like taking pictures.
Literally. So, like, I don't think the expectation should be there when jumping into a new thing full force.
Yeah.
It should.
Where is that line of? What's the line of somebody who's just enjoying it and wants to share it with people, and then somebody who's marketing it as something? Because like, art is not synonymous with capitalism in terms of like why we make it.
I think time and then demand. So if you've spent a lot of time like sharpening your sword, and then eventually people come along and say, "Oh, that's a nice sword. How'd you make that?" I think then you can offer your services. But if there's no demand for it, like I think it should remain pure to yourself. Does that make sense? Is that like?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It was more for Joe. Like,
Oh.
what is the difference? What is the difference of somebody just enjoying that and like being good and people resonating with that particular bag of DJing and like a nigga who's selling the product? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think with
It's
certain
music is
DJs, like there's DJs, so like FK Minutes, like Dom Chronicles, Scotty Woo, like those are people that I know. Dupe,
Yeah.
Brian B.
Dupe.
Shining.
Yep.
Like those are people I know that love DJing or they're career DJs, but they started out DJing because they had a passion for music, and then they eventually got extremely nice at it. And you could tell by the music they play in their sets, like they do enjoy music a lot. And that's why, like, I know, like, okay, this is deeper. This is a deeper passion for you. Like, you got into DJing because you love music.
Yeah.
And this is, like, how you interact with that space.
Yeah.
With some people, it's like, I could just kind of tell you just saw, like, an easy come up because everybody else is doing it. So
Yeah.
you wanted to hop in. Like, I could tell by your sets that you don't really put too much thought into it.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of just playing, like, the hits. There's no character to it. There's nothing, no individuality to it. And that's kind of, I could tell, like, all right, you just in it for the bag. And
Hey.
that's when it feels shallow.
Whoever was DJing, what year did we go to Flyover?
Oh.
What the fuck?
R.I.P. Flyover.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on, man. That was
That should have been the one.
That was probably one of the worst sets I ever heard. Ever. They
we do know that guy too.
who is it?
He's not even
Say it.
He's one. It was one of the Lang brothers.
Oh, yeah, bro. I think he just ran out of songs.
Yeah, it was like one of the Project Lane brothers that was DJing Flyover.
But you know what's crazy though? Party in the USA of saying
That shit
any
rang
song.
off though. That shit
was-
rang off like crazy.
Party in the USA.
That was the one that Kodak Black and Carti B were at.
Yeah.
Yeah, were you at that one?
No, I was still in Minneapolis.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all the
Wait,
greatest fly.
Kodak wasn't there.
Yeah, he was.
Kodak was there.
It was
Kodak,
Kodak,
Carti.
21 Savage,
Oh,
and Cardi B, and then
damn.
G Herbo didn't show up. Because remember we heard No Flockin' and
Yeah, I remember hearing no
Skirt
fucking.
and
And
shit.
didn't he do Lockjaw?
yeah.
They
Okay, I remember now.
they gave me like press passes and stuff for that, and like asked me to do a write up on the website, and I did a write up, and then they sent it back to me, and they were like, "That's not the photographer's name. It was Chase. Chase is deceased. Remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, that's what he wants to be called. They're like, oh yeah, my bad. And I never heard from them again.
that was it. Just a miscommunication and then no communication.
Never again talk to you.
Literally.
Hey, you know the greatest flyover show we never got was the one that was gonna happen if the pandemic never started.
Yeah.
It was gonna be ASAP Rocky, Playboy Cardi,
Oh,
Young
man.
M.A. Somebody else was on that lineup too. It was crazy. Like that would have been the last. Like that's the only time ASAP Rocky's come to Kansas City since 2012, or that was gonna be his first time back since 2012. And as we see, that didn't happen. So naturally, he hasn't been back. We haven't seen Playboy Cardi here in some years. So
Rocky, when I was in college, Rocky came to like this venue that was right up the road from my school, and there was like a riot that broke out, bro.
yeah, that's like early
Basically.
days. Was it like 2012?
No, it was
Sick.
2017. It was testing.
Oh, yeah, he was
shit.
actively.
They
he was
were
pushing-
wilding and
yeah, he was
testing,
pushing for
bro.
mosh pitting during that time.
They were wilding, bro.
Yeah, like motherfuckers was leaving shows with bloody noses and shit. I'm like, what Rocky song sparked you to do that?
He's
like,
practically
Rocky
a
don't got
Kansas
that kind of
City.
music. That's why the whole
Purity.
that's why the whole open that shit up was like weird to me from Rocky because like you don't have music that warrants that energy,
But that's why he started though.
huh?
He started making that type of music though.
I mean, but then he never put out another album after that.
We in the era of singles, baby. We in the don't be dumb single
Girl,
era.
you just finesse that wiggle, like because we're in the era of singles, baby.
No, but YG. Speaking of singles,
Yeah, YG.
segue.
Yeah, Whew, wee.
That's beautiful.
that was
Hey,
great.
round of
Hey,
applause
hey.
for you,
Hey,
nigga.
hold on.
What's up,
Shout out to the
Nelso?
producer.
Come on, hold on.
What's up, Nelso?
All right.
That's Chitty Bang for you bitch ass motherfuckers that don't know that voice.
I hung out with Chitty Bang. That was crazy. we were drunk and went to the ship. It was crazy. I had him in the beater, the beat up Volvo,
Sick.
Chitty
Smoke-
Bang was in your car.
smoking an HD.
High definition.
Oh, gross.
Smoking on that gas.
That 3-for-1.
like to be on Cinemax.
Hey, y'all know them shells that they just have in the front? Like, they don't even lock them up. It's like 5 for 1. It's like, this shit ain't even worth a quarter. Like,
5 for 1?
they don't even sound.
That's your chances of getting a fresh bag. It's like
Getting something serious.
it's 1 of 5.
1 of 5.
One
Like,
in
one of them
five
gotta be
chance
good.
of death, man. It's like, it's Russian roulette.
Hey, did you have the beater on at any point around him? Because sometimes you just be kicking it and all of a sudden I'll turn around. and you
No,
have
Joe, that's a
beater on.
home thing. I do that. I do that at home. I don't wear
Okay.
sweatpants out in public, and I don't wear the Joe Button beater when I'm out in public.
I feel like it's a lifestyle.
It is. Like, Andre slowly
That's a
committed to
commitment.
it. No, he low-key
Yeah.
committed to it.
No,
Once you start smoking cigs, you'll be really there.
I will never
That's the
do
next-
cigs.
I'm-
I've never
I'm
even
ready-
had tobacco.
I'm
I've
ready
never
for
had a
the cig
spliff.
era
Nothing.
of Andre Nelso.
People who smoke cigs be like so sassy. No matter who it is, like everybody got a ritual to like smoking their cigs or how they hold it.
How they be? Yeah. They be patting on the.
it be serious.
Or they'll have like the little stick that's on the cigarette and they'll hold the cigarette.
Cruella-
Like, the Cruella DeVille type shit.
That shit. Fuck that.
That's how I need you to get down. Give it up,
All right.
Andre.
Why do you want me to smoke cigarettes so bad?
We were supposed to be talking about the YG single.
Man, that shit made me want to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, I'm
All right. Let me just.
that was
Cause this is a real heavy topic. So like,
That's why-
I want to make sure.
That's
like,
why I needed that square.
Yeah. I got you after the pod. I'll get you a cigarette. Don't you worry. Don't you fucking worry. I'm sure Sebastian got plenty of cigs in his truck.
You be. I felt.
Sebastian was like,
It's like I felt betrayed.
I have bells. Rolling tobacco.
But yes, all right. So, hey, you got some tobacco on the whip? You got some tobacco on the truck? Okay. Sorry, Andre.
Not anymore.
But yes. So,
is there a snippet that we can put up that we won't get copyrighted for?
Probably
we can
not.
find.
Probably
Maybe something
I
on
don't know.
Instagram.
Maybe on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Here, I'm gonna put it in the chat if you could put it on the screen. So, Sebastian,
We about to put up the
just
video?
just a snippet,
Okay.
because I'm not trying to get copyright strikes.
We get hit with like, was it after 30 seconds we get a strike?
Dude, I'm not even trying to play.
Maybe let's just play it to the first line just so people understand what the song's about.
I mean, the snippet.
Well, because he wants to play a snippet.
I'm putting it in the private chat, Sebastian.
See,
River, why don't you just stand on business?
I was getting ready to explain.
Be a
Andre's
man,
like, can we
Joe.
play a snippet? Like, sure. Let's pull up a snippet. They'll explain it better than I can.
Like chicken wings.
Where's it at? There we
My
go.
life is insane.
There we go,
Like I'm from
Sebastian.
Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all this
I like how
fucking shit
YG
I
found like the
sang.
most
Fucked up,
Dr.
yeah, I
Drake
know.
production he's ever had.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
let's get some shit off.
He really took it back to that time.
Yeah. It's like, this one of them Drake that you hear, like, oh, we're about to hear some real shit for you.
When I was young, I got
We're not
raped.
playing no games.
5 bitches twice my age. Picked me up from school, took me to hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked that shit the same. Fucked up in the brain. Pussy what I blame. Fried, so you know why.
it started
like
over.
chicken wings.
Oh, yeah,
My
that's
life
deep.
is insane. Like I'm from Baby.
Yeah, so that's the new song from YG, 2004, featuring Buddy. The new single from YG's first single for the new project he's about to put out. All right, let me ask y'all this question first, and then we'll dive into the song itself. What do you guys think about this being the first single from his upcoming project?
I think as someone who looks for vulnerability and like, you know, honesty in people's music, I'm excited for it. And I know that's probably not an easy thing for him to share. Just like growing up how he grew up, like men's supposed to be hard, especially if you like you thugging, you gang banging and shit like that. So I'm excited to hear what he got to say.
What about you, Andre? How'd you feel about this for the first single?
I liked it. I like the Dr. Dre inspired production. I like the video too. It's well put together.
Yes, it's shot with him like sitting down talking to a woman like he's in therapy.
Yeah.
And finally just like getting his piece off regarding this situation that he experienced when he was 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And like how it impacted him. Because like you said, coming from these environments, like not, you know, showing like weakness or signs of weakness is like frowned upon, right? So like trying to tell, because there's a moment in the song where he does explain like, yo, I felt weird about this whole situation. And when like I needed somebody to talk to and I couldn't tell my mom.
Yeah.
So like I tried to go to my homies and tell them about it, and they would just laugh and be like, "Yeah, ain't this
a good thing? Like,
yeah, ain't this how it go down?"
Yeah.
And it's like that kind of does a great job of just showing you what it's like, just growing up as a young boy becoming a man in America. Because it's like we get so introduced to the concept of sex and the idea of it so early, because to us like we're taught like that's how you become a man. Like once you have sex and lose your virginity, that's when you become a man.
Yeah.
And so like that, then like our whole world kind of just becomes around like that ideology of just like I need to lose my virginity. And so like that could kind of like push kids to do stuff they may not be mentally prepared for. Like YG from this song sounds like he wasn't mentally prepared or emotionally mature to handle like what that was.
I mean, yeah, you a kid. He was a kid that was taken advantage of.
And it was by a woman whose niece he was dating. Mm-hmm. So it was a girl he was dating. It was her aunt. And she was her niece, and he was dating her niece, and because of the situation with the aunt getting too weird for him, he ended up like breaking up with the niece for not telling her why, just breaking up with her because he was like, I don't even want to explain to her why I'm doing this, so I just cut it off. And he said like that impacted like my relationship with women going forward. That's why I have commitment issues. That's why I have issues with women and like my personal relations with them, because like this happened to me when I was a young child, and she was like 30 years old.
That shit.
Sick.
Yeah, it is. It is. Sick.
And like I do appreciate how he didn't sugarcoat like how he felt about the experience. He's like, no, I was raped when I was 14.
That's how you start the song.
Yeah,
It's
like right out the gate.
First line. And when shit like that happens to you, I'm sure it's like hard to say. And I think it's important, especially with like any kind of sexual assault or just abuse of that nature, that you do hold space for people and you take that serious when it happens, because more and more is being proven that like this happens to men too, where like it's not. It happens to everyone, so you gotta treat it like it's serious.
Yeah.
Like if you would have had somebody to talk to about this, or somebody that could like really, help him through this and manage that, I wonder what his life would be like. Or just like he wouldn't have to carry it for so long up until this point.
Yeah.
And
to finally be comfortable to speak on it, if he had somebody to talk to about it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Did you want to say something, Bud? No, it's something that I've been learning more about, just like therapy and trauma, but also just something I've been trying to make a point of is like holding space for people when it comes to things like this. So there are like resources and help out there, and I know that it's people our age that probably have dealt with something similar or shit like that. So I think this is real important what YG is doing. It's like a huge statement for him to make this his first single off of his project.
Yeah.
Because
it's the first thing getting attention for the project.
Yeah, and it's like there's a stigma that comes with being a man when it comes to sex that we you kind of touched on. But yeah, when you young, you just as vulnerable as like anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Regardless, whether boy or girl at that point, at that age. And like, I hope this song really does just kind of open the eyes of just how we as men like talk about sex with kids or young boys like going forward. Because I think like how we speak about sex now with young boys, and like especially like how we grew up. I can't speak for how you grew up, but like how I grew up is like, people are always like, yeah, you become a man once you have sex, and if you have sex with like an older woman, then it's like, hey, that's like bonus points type shit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's almost kind of normalized. Like if an older woman were to like take advantage of you as like a young boy, and you were to like get your rock off like that, and like people around you would cheer for that, but like, as an adult, you look back on that, like that's not okay. Like that's not normal behavior. That's not something we should celebrate. Like as men, like we shouldn't. I don't think we should tell young boys that their path to manhood is through losing their virginity.
Yeah,
it's through responsibility. It's through action. It's through showing up.
Your behavior, like
literally.
How do you evolve as a person?
Yeah.
Integrity for sure.
Integrity.
Yeah,
because like I think
definitely we gotta. I want to like change that narrative, and I feel like our generation is, becoming more emotionally intelligent and just like adept to things like that. But we definitely gotta. It's gonna take like working through your own shit before you can, help others. But the more we do that, the easier it is for us to show up for each other.
Yeah,
exactly.
And hold that space for each other.
I do want to ask, did Kendrick kind of open up the floodgates?
I meant to bring that up
for the West Coast to be more vulnerable.
Because I think Kendrick did mention, I think it was Auntie Diaries, maybe Mother Eye Sober, one of those two.
Mother Eye Sober, where
he talked about like how like most of the rappers in the industry been sexually assaulted when they were kids and they don't even know it, or they don't admit it because they brag about it. Like there's a line from Matches 2 where I think Absol goes like, at 13 I saw my first porno, like damn, that fucked me up. At 10 years old, I bust my first nut on an older host chest, but so what? Yeah. And the way he said it was just kind of like, hey, whatever. Yeah, but like now I listen to that as like a 31-year-old. It's like, that's not normal. Like, but like I said, like as young boys, we get introduced to the idea of sex so early in our childhoods, to where it's like that you do lose that innocence as a young boy if you get introduced to sex at such a young, immature age when your brain's not mentally ready to comprehend what that action is.
1000%.
I think it's more like in a community. It feels like something that they doing in their personal lives, and they express their art is changing because of it. So
say that one more time.
I'm just saying, like, goddamn, I don't even know how to say it. say it exactly one more time. I'm saying like the steps that they're taking in their personal lives and in their own community, just as artists, is changing their art.
Okay.
So like if you are doing things in your time away from your art to better yourself, like mentally, physically, spiritually, all that shit,
It will show up.
Yeah, it's gonna come across in your work. And yeah, Kendrick might just be the biggest one that's doing it, but I feel like yeah, people like Nip have been on it. It's a lot of that on that side. Or damn, why can't Problem?
Yeah.
Jason Martin. He's the Chupacabra record. I feel like he's more transparent and vulnerable than like
in like his growth.
Yeah, and I see that in him, and it's just everybody on that same wave, and I love to see it. Like as a black man, it makes me proud, and it makes me you know, feel like I'm not the only one doing that work.
That's growth.
Because it's like sometimes it do be feeling like that of like, oh, y'all niggas still got this childish mentality of like how you was living and how you view shit. And you know, sometimes it's like getting better. I can see why people feel that way, but at the end of the day, you're responsible for your healing and your emotional growth. People can only guide you or interact with you or like, you know, push you, but you got to decide to make change. And
then if everyone around you is gonna make that change with you, and if not, then they just get left behind. That's just how life goes, though. Like I was watching an interview with OGZ from Shoreline Mafia, and he was talking about how like the reason Shoreline Mafia broke up the first time is because he was just like mentally in a different space compared to them because he just had a kid.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm more business oriented and like they're not as like savvy with the money. And so like I was thinking about shit from a financial standpoint with the group. They weren't really considering that. And like that was causing like just some like back and forth to the point was like, you know, we're just not in the same spot right now. Like I just had a kid, like I'm cutting off drugs and shit. I don't want to be around people that are doing that because it's like we just at different points of life. Like I'm growing. Yeah. And like if you're not growing with me, it's like I don't need to be around you right now until you get to my level.
100%. That's like you gotta have boundaries, and people gotta remember boundaries is not something that other people do. It's something that you do. So it means like if I set a boundary with you, it's like, hey, if you continue to disrespect me like this, I won't be around. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or like, it's creating conditions on your love, and it's in a healthy way. It's being honest with how you feel. That's another thing that niggas don't be really honest about how they feeling on some shit. But I ain't gonna get too deep in that.
Yeah. But and I would think I'm going back to Andre's point about asking do we think Kendrick helped spark this discussion or like being able to speak about stuff like this is so I remember like during the Mr. Morale tour, like when he went to New York, he ended up hanging out with Ferg for like a day in Harlem or whatnot when they had the day off for the tour. And I remember that, right? And then I remember that song Pools off of the A$AP Ferg album where he talks about when he got sexually assaulted as a child. Yeah. And that kind of makes me wonder, like, if hearing Kendrick talk about that and mention about, like, yeah, like, you know, a lot of y'all in the industry been sexually assaulted when y'all were kids, but you just don't admit it or realize it yet. And I think maybe that was, like, Kendrick saying that out loud and, like, just letting it be known that it's okay to talk about this if this is what you've been going through so you don't have to live with that no more. And that's kind of, like, was the reasoning behind Ferg doing Pools and talking about his situation because he didn't want to live with that no more. He's like, that's not my burden to carry.
Yeah, it could be a ripple, and I don't know how to prove it, but regardless, I love to see it because it's like Ferg is doing it, Kendrick is doing it, you know, YG is doing it, and I've had like friends that have just been in a space to open up about these things too, and they healing from it and growing.
Yeah. So it is great to just see that, you know, this conversation is changing around the discourse. Because I feel like this is something if you would have said like 10, 15 years ago as a rapper, and they'd be like, bro, shut up. Yeah. Like, that's not a real thing. Like, you got rapes. Like, that's not a real thing as a man.
Literally.
But like now we're at a different space to where it's like we got a whole space for that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, especially if you were a child.
Even 5 years ago, dude, I don't even think we were that progressed as you're
like,
alluding to.
There were stories about like men being sexually assaulted and people would just be like, whatever. And
Terry Crews. Nobody believed him for years.
Yeah. I think people still don't believe him for that.
Literally.
So it's just like, as a man, it's kind of hard to like speak your truth in regards to that matter if you've been a victim of sexual assault. But I think it's never been more important to speak up than now about your experiences. Yeah. That's why I like the academic shit from a couple weeks ago, like, annoyed me when he was in that chat room with that 16-year-old talking about like, what's your address? I'm gonna send strippers to you. Like, all this kid does is play Fortnite and stream. Like, you don't, his mind not even on that, but you trying to put it in that position. as an adult male, you talking to a 16-year-old like that. Like, and I think just even that kind of dialogue between grown men and teenagers like needs to stop.
Yeah.
Because like, unless you the parent of this child, like you don't need to be talking sex with any child.
I mean, even if you are the parent of that child, you know, you got to be having
mindful conversations.
Yeah.
Especially about heavy topics like sex.
Yeah.
Because that's a life altering thing.
I think,
and how you talk to your child about it is going to alter how they view that situation and that act.
100%. Yeah, it do come down to like perspective and having the tools to make good choices and decisions, and you can only learn from what's in front of you. So like some people just don't grow up in those environments, but if you are in that environment, you know, this is a safe place. Like you could reach out to the page, or you could really reach out to organizations like Moxa, and they can guide you and help you. This is for people that live in Missouri or the KC area. But if you do see this and you need to call somebody, I'm sure they could help you. So
yes, please seek out help if you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better to get help than just to kind of sit with that pain.
Here's the hotline: 913-642-0233.
Hell yeah.
And it's Moxie.
The
How do you spell it? Just in case they want to look it up.
It's MOCSA.
River asks, what are other ways that I maintain a space like that?
Everyone else.
Oh,
Everyone else help maintain that safety.
I think first and foremost is believing survivors and just like treating it serious and just making sure that like you're not condoning that in whatever spaces that you can control. Like that's first and foremost is like you within yourself being honest and having integrity. But that's not something that I tolerate in any spaces that I'm a part of, and I believe survivors, and I make sure I move with their care in mind, because that's the person that is dealing with that situation, and however they feel safe, I want to do my best to accommodate that. But first and foremost, it's not like being tied to anybody that does that. It is, you know, believing survivors again, and yeah, just having a zero tolerance policy for that.
Yeah,
that's how I live my life.
Just creating safe environments for people, just so everybody feels safe around me.
Yeah,
you know, like I be around you a lot, so it's like, you know, or Andre. So it's like just people I be around are people that just like aren't on that weird time, or like do make people feel uncomfortable, whether it be man or woman.
Yep.
Like just be very mindful of like who's around me, what the space is like. Like thankfully, like for my crib, like the girls that do come over feel very comfortable. Like my coworker, my roommates have girls over all the time. I'll have shorties over, just kicking it, and like this, they're comfortable with them. They're girls that they invite over, comfortable hanging out with the rest of us. Like it's a very comfortable environment. That's like what I strive to like achieve for like just everybody that's around me. Just like know they're comfortable, they're safe, and it's like, you know, no harm, no foul here.
Definitely. Oh, me. Okay.
Definitely. Like, thanks, Andre.
Ditto. No. No.
You got it.
I think just falling. Huh?
I was just saying, yeah, like especially you as an organizer and someone who has regularly done events.
Yeah.
You know, what are things that you?
Oh yeah.
How do you?
Yeah, guys, go ahead, River.
Go ahead, y'all on the mic. How do you reinforce that?
Yeah, how do you like as someone, because that is a thing you have to do. Keep in mind, like when you throw like events, it's just like how do you make sure the space and the integrity of the space like stays at its core and doesn't get to like a weird space when there's other people in there that are not being as safe.
Personally, I pride myself on being extremely proactive. So if somebody needs help, especially in an event that I'm associated with, there was an incident More Than Friends was 2 weeks ago, last week?
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. There was an incident when I was wrapping up where I had to be a support vessel where the fire department was called, literally. So just trying to assess and be as open as possible for any type of support that I need to provide. So if that's helping somebody walk out or kicking somebody out of the situation, I'm for all that shit, bro. I'm for here.
Like I don't think
female friends move to this side. I'm be on this side. We're not even on that
like,
type of shit. Like if this
don't,
dude's bothering you,
yeah. I think there really just needs
get
to
the
be
fuck
like
out of the way.
a zero tolerance policy for this weirdo behavior.
Honestly,
like if somebody's just being weird, get him out immediately.
Yeah.
Like no warnings, nothing. Like, hey, you
Like,
being weird.
Hey, can you follow me for a second?
Yeah, and you take him outside.
Literally.
All right, thanks. Close the door behind him.
No, go ahead.
New Year's Eve. Do you remember that? Oh, okay. So last New Year's Eve or 2 New Year's Eves ago, we were coming home from society, I think, and to his apartment, and there was this girl. Like, we were walking to our apartment, and this girl, she was like, "Hey, like, I'm so sorry to bother you, but like, this guy's being weird. Can you like kick him out? Like, can you help me?" And so I stayed with the girl, and Andre like went up to like, he was like, "Yeah, for sure." So he went up and like talked to the guy. He was like really drunk, right? Like, he was like, he thought it was he was trying to like get in her apartment because he thought it was his hotel or something. Like, he was out of his mind. He wouldn't leave. He'd be like, "No, this is my hotel." Like, and she was like, "No, you have to leave." She was like a little frantic about it. So Andre was like, he just talked to him because they were on the 5th floor. So like, he got him in the lobby. He was like, "Bro, you're gonna have to leave. Like, tell your friend." Oh, didn't you talk to his friend? He like called or something. Yeah.
Well, I told him, I was like, she's not fucking with you, bro. You need to get out of here. This is not your hotel, wherever you think it is. I need you to call somebody to get you out of here right now. You clearly can't drive, so we need to go. And then he's like, "No, but this is no. There ain't no no's. Follow me." Yeah. So, and that was crazy. And then the lady that we helped that night, turns out she helped me get that little piece of furniture. What was that? My TV is on.
Oh
now.
yeah.
She gave me that for free.
Nice.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her, man. Shout out to you, Andre, too, for looking out for her.
Yeah.
He's really good at that though. Like, whenever we're out or there's a situation that like that happens, he's always like
Very proactive.
You need to like you said, no questions. Like, you acting weird, you gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
that's it, plain and simple.
Yeah, because honestly, like, as you get older, you kind of do realize, especially like with women, like how many women have been like victims of like sexual assault or
sinister this world
domestic
is.
abuse. Like, that's like, it's so crazy to me how like most women have an experience in one of those two situations, which is like super unfortunate. Because it's like, it don't need to be like that. Like, you don't need to put your hands on a woman. You don't need to be weird about being around them, make them uncomfortable. Like, it really is just kind of like a mind blowing when you really realize, like, even as a man, like how much women deal with that on like a regular basis throughout their life.
Man,
It just makes me want to try to be a better man to like the women that I be around.
From my POV, I definitely think in public spaces, if you see something, say something. Speak up to the people who are organizing, and like, part of being in community is actual accountability. And sometimes that doesn't look like just canceling somebody completely, and like, humans are humans, and we all got to be here with each other, and we got to like live with each other and deal with each other and be better. So it takes everybody. It's like a every single person problem, and it takes uncomfortable conversations and willingness to commit to the solution. So like, really the biggest thing that you could do, the action item, is if you see something, say something, and like, just speak up and look out for people.
You can't be a bystander.
Yeah,
You gotta be the one that steps up.
Exactly. Just like that. Yeah. So yeah, just do better. If you see something, say something, and just be a better person to other people. Create a safe space for everybody to be welcomed in. Because if you want to be weird, we'll kick you out immediately. And make sure you never come back. Because that stench is not coming off. That stench is not coming off.
Literally.
But man, salute to YG for putting out this song and spark this conversation, because it is a conversation that does need to be had, and especially become more regular as we progress as a society, just so we can hold space for stories like this and do better going forward.
Yeah.
As like men, as people, as a society. So salute to YG, 2004, out now with Buddy. Salute to him for that was a big risk, a big gamble. But I was in 4th grade listening to The Massacre by 50 Cent. That might have been a documentary, actually. I think documentary came out year before. And then The Massacre came out year after, one of those two. Don't quote me on that. Actually, I think didn't Diamonds Are Forever. Actually, that brings me to my next topic.
No.
We're not talking about him.
Okay.
But he is on this list. So B Dot from Rap Radar, if you guys remember B Dot from Elliot Wilson, he is known for putting out lists on Twitter of just different categories, like top 10 albums of all time, top 10 future songs of all time. He's known for making really shitty lists. But He did kind of he did bounce back because he
Spazzed on this one?
he did his thing on this one. So he put out a new list, and the list this time was highlighting the top 10 rap features of all time.
Okay.
Pull it up.
Yeah, I got it right here. Do you want me to send it to you, Andre?
Yeah,
Yeah, text it to me, and we'll put it on the screen.
Okay, this is probably the first list I've seen B-Dot put together that's actually a good fucking list. Like I wasn't upset about it. There was like one feature on here that I was like, I'll take that off and I'll put another one on there. But we're gonna pull it up first so y'all can see what the list look like, and then I'll tell y'all which one I wanted to take off and replace it with. You get it, Andre?
Yeah, 1 second. I thought it was gonna be a link, but
Let's see. Nah, it's my bad. It was a picture. What's up, Nelso?
what's up? No, so shit. Hold on. 1 second.
We both have glasses now. Now it's like 8 eyes on the.
We got a
on the
lasting
pod.
product. Y'all ever heard of WorldCom?
Hey, he think he's Stringer Bell, y'all. You better watch out.
You know,
Hey,
we
nigga,
got
Stringer Bell
an
was leaving crazy.
oversaturated market. How do we get a new product out there if our names if they smut?
All right, it's on the screen right now.
All right. So yes, B-Dot put out his top 10 best rap features of all time. So if you guys can't read the list, I'll start from number 10 and I'll read it off to you. Okay, here we go. So number 10, we got Scenario by Busta Rhymes, which seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
That's a pretty legendary verse. Number 9, we got Nas, Live at the Barbecue. Now, some would say that might be arguably like the best verse Nas ever spit. It might be the best verse ever in hip hop because that was the famous.
Word.
That's the famous. When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. That's where that line came from, and that was the first time the world heard Nas. Like that was the first verse he ever did. We pull that back up, Andre.
Okay.
Thank you. So we got Nas Live at the Barbecue, number 9. Number 8, we got Jay-Z Diamonds remix, which I thought maybe should be higher. Oh yeah, so we can see your face on the mic. Hold on.
Man, y'all don't need to see my face. I
It
can't
looks
see.
good though.
I can't
It
see
looks
the
nice.
screen and shit.
It looks nice. So we got Diamonds Are Forever, Jay-Z verse, number 8. Number 7, we got Jadakiss Made You Look remix, which I think is an amazing verse from Jadakiss, man. Probably my favorite verse from Jada, so I'm happy that made it. Number 6, Stay Scheming. Don't shake your head. We're talking about Jadakiss Made You Look verse. Don't shake your head at me when we're talking about it.
I think there's a better verse than that.
No, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Let's see. Number 6, we got Drake's Stay Scheming verse. Number 5.
Tell Lucian I said, fuck it, I'm terrible. That's it. All right.
Oh, wow. He mentioned Lucian in that verse?
Yeah.
Wow. Lucian Grange getting a name drop in 2012. What? If only we knew. Number 5, we got Lil' Kim's Quiet Storm remix verse from the Mobb Deep record. That was pretty legendary.
Dude, I don't know half of these.
You don't know half of these verses?
Yeah.
What happened to your hip hop card? Did that shit get revoked?
I never had one.
Literally, I'm black.
It's a white man genre now.
No, they have to get the card. I'm born with it.
Facts.
It's on the bottom of my foot, like
I'm
Andy.
just ignorant. Thanks for teaching me.
This is where it
She
gets.
was all right.
This is where it gets interesting. Number 4, we have Nicki Minaj's Monster verse.
That is a bang.
Number 3,
She thought that was Doechii.
No, I didn't.
there's no way.
I didn't think that.
There's no
Yes, she
way.
did.
No,
There's
that
no.
song, that was-
No, it's the. You might think you picked the scene. You haven't. The real one's far
That's dark
too.
fantasy.
That's the wrong song.
That's the wrong song, Andre. Yeah.
Listen to me, bro.
But
Trying to air
she
her
did
out.
think that was
Yeah.
Doechii, though.
You
Hold
trying
on.
to air your girlfriend out?
That's it.
Put your girlfriend
That's
on
it.
blast.
Hey, COE, COE.
Hey, boo this nigga. Boo this nigga.
Not only did he try to call me out, he fucked it up.
You
Also,
right?
like,
he tried to make it say you were the one that knows what you're
right,
talking
he was
about.
trying to gas on me. No, that was a song.
That was a different song, Andre.
Different song.
Hey, we got to get that. Everybody boo this man.
Yeah, we need that
We
one.
gotta- All right. And then, so number 3, we have Kendrick Lamar's Like That verse.
Okay.
Number 2, we got Andre 3 Stacks, International Players Anthem.
Hey,
Okay,
that
man.
one's crazy, actually.
And number 1, we got AZ's Life a Bitch and Then You Die verse.
shit crazy,
Which
too.
is like arguably but you know what? That is actually the number 1 I am super okay with. I'm okay with AZ's Life's a Bitch verse being the best feature of all time in hip hop. I think that makes perfect sense considering the moment it was for both of them. Like AZ got a record deal off that verse. So, and that was his first introduction into the world as well. So, for that being his first verse, everybody heard, and him getting a record deal off of that back in them days, like that's a huge deal. We pull that list back up too, just so we can look at the list. All right, so off top, what was the first one where y'all like? I don't know about that one. Was there a song or a feature on there? You're like, I'll take that one off.
Maybe it's because of recent circumstances, but the Stay Scheming verse.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because when I saw that list, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But then I started thinking about all the features that I've heard over the years, right? And I was like, you know what? I'll take Stay Scheming off, and I'll put another feature verse in that same exact spot.
By Drake?
No, not by Drake. It's not a Drake feature.
Who?
It's funny how one verse can fuck up the game. I'm talking about Control. I'd put Control at number 6.
I don't think you can have a double artist on there.
Why? What's stopping you? Like, why? What's the rules to it?
It doesn't matter if it's like the better verse.
Yeah. Like, and you think about the impact, because what he bases off, you see in the bottom left corner, he talks about the criteria is like one verse. I guess that's probably why he doesn't well, no, okay, there's nobody's doubling up on the list. So, okay, that's probably why. One verse is probably why.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one should double up. I think Drake record could go on there, or Drake feature could go on there.
Yeah, Drake had a lot of great features. What's another Drake feature y'all put on there? I'm on one, maybe.
I'm on one.
Or
It would be like some, I don't know.
The one thing that came up to my mind was
I'm gonna
Say
get
Something.
chewed up if I say mine.
I thought of Say Something.
Say Something. Ooh, that's a good one.
Because that was a song that like seemed as though that it was his, but it was low key a feature. So I think that like amplifies it. And then another one, if we're doing Drake, is Right Above It for me.
Yeah,
Right Above It.
You know, I was gonna say low key, like one of my low key favorite Drake verses is from the
Moment for Life.
Pump It Up. She got a good head on her, so I pump it up. What the fuck was that song called? Was it No Shopping?
I don't know.
With French Montana.
I was gonna say
Bro,
Ransom.
all right. What were you gonna say?
Ransom.
What song is that?
That's like I don't know if that's even his song. It's a Lil Wayne and Drake song.
Oh, that one. Yeah. That was like one of those Carter 6'5" Lucy's.
It's kind of dated though.
Yeah. That came out around the time Believe Me came out, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. What a weird time.
The fact that what is it? Vince Staples Earl Sweatshirt feature. Hive.
Yeah.
The fact that that's not on here is criminal.
Hive. That verse.
That changed everything for him.
Or let's see, what's another good guest feature? Who had a good guest feature?
There's so many features.
There is. Like I don't.
How do you even
like
make these lists?
What is it? Not Life After Death. More Money, More Problems. Mace. Come on, bro.
Mace, yeah. How come Mace ain't got a verse on there? Come on now. How many fire verses Mace give y'all?
Got him started.
How many fire verses Mace give hip hop in 1 year? Why is there not one 1997 Mace verse on that bitch?
It had to be More Money, More Problems if it is one.
Or can't nobody hold me down?
But More Money, More Problems.
I mean,
bro.
yeah, that was just
the
that
whole
was the
thing
one.
riding.
That was the whole legacy of the label was on that song.
Literally, bro. What they gonna do next?
Mace was writing the fuck out of them Puffy verses. Yeah,
But yeah,
Oh yeah. So you
Vince Staples robbed. Mace robbed.
Mace was robbed. Who else would I say had a great verse?
Solely features.
Yeah.
How come 2 Chainz ain't got nothing?
Ooh, 2 Chainz. Yeah, 2 Chainz had a whole year run.
Out of the 1,000 of those features
He did in 1 year.
He got at least one
that he did in 2012. I know he
deserving of this list.
Hey, hold on. Give me a camera right now. Which one you gonna hit me with? Give me a camera right now. Hey,
Which one of you was on camera?
Hey, B-Dot, where is that Lil Wayne We Taking Over feature? There wasn't a single Lil Wayne feature on that list, and that's my problem now. That's crazy looking at it now. That is crazy. That's crazy.
What's your Wayne feature you picking in?
Probably the We Taking Over beat. Or the We Taking Over feature.
I remember that. It was a good time.
That was like the moment too for him.
Hey, low key,
feed
that's
me rappers or feed me beats.
Ace Hood was right in front of us, and we didn't appreciate Ace Hood for how good of a rapper he was.
Real? I did like Ace Hood for that little brief
Seriously.
moment he had.
Or Chameleonaire, that nigga was actually a good
Chameleonaire?
rapper.
Yeah. We're saying
Look,
Andre
Andre
get mad.
face like
We're saying names Andre ain't heard in decades.
I digress.
But
Lil Wayne features. What's y'all go Lil Wayne feature?
It's fairly recent, but I really like the Seeing Green feature.
Oh, from Nicki Minaj and them?
Yeah, I like that. I like that record. I wouldn't say that was top ever, but
That's
it
one of
is.
your
It
favorites?
is one of my favorite Wayne verses. He's like my penis lean, or what does he say? my penis my pee is green, and I'm peeing lean, and promethazine and okay, all right. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What's your
I'm going Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds? I was gonna mention. I like his. Actually, surprisingly, I like his verse in "See You in My Nightmares" a lot better than I do Barry Bonds.
For real?
Yeah.
We'll see you in my nightmare.
What about Hot Wind Blows?
How do you get there? We were once a fairy tale, but this is farewell. I mean, that's a pretty good verse.
That would.
Okay, I need it. I thought we were comedic.
That's so gross. It's too far.
What about Hot Wind Blows? Tyler.
Ooh, that's a good one. Or November too.
Yeah.
Oh, Smucker's verse.
Smuckers.
That one.
Yes, Smucker was a great verse.
He got a verse on Run This Town?
No, he doesn't. He did a remix for No Ceilings.
Yeah, that was on No Ceilings.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
It's not on streaming. That's because Hov was like, y'all not getting my money.
Yeah.
And Hov was like, y'all can't
I'm not letting you hear that on streaming
Yeah.
services. Like,
You better sell that out of the trunk, nigga.
I hella forgot that was on there, man.
yeah. Is there? I'll say so. Hive. Let's see.
Sav said it's a title exclusive.
Look,
Is there any features on there that y'all would reorder or rearrange? Or are you pretty happy with how
I think
they're
like
ranked?
that should be lower.
Ooh, relax.
I think like that should be lower. Monster
All right,
should.
hold on. All right, so tell me. All right, from the list that we're looking at right now, are you putting another verse in there for that number 3 spot? Or are you moving a verse up? Or
I'm swapping like that and Monster. I think Monster is
Whoa.
more. Monster
Whoa.
is more important.
no,
In-
no.
Monster isn't more.
How is it?
without
Oh,
Monster?
okay,
we don't
we
have
ain't
Nicki
even heard him out.
Minaj.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Without Monster, we don't have Nicki Minaj.
No,
That
we
Drake-
still, no, we
Drake-
still have Nicki Minaj.
No.
We're still getting Nicki Minaj.
Niggas was not listening to Itty Bitty Piggy. That's the. What? Oh, scoot over a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Niggas was not listening to Itty Bitty Piggy and all those remixes that she was putting out, the mixtapes. They weren't hitting.
But they were playing Roger that
okay, but
and
they
all
weren't-
the Young Money shit.
okay.
Nigga was gonna make it regardless.
Yeah,
Young Money was
that was
hot.
undeniable.
That was
She
like
was
a-
undeniable.
that was
What's-
definitely catapulted her into some like.
Okay, so what's
some
more
new shit.
undeniable, right? An unproven talent that has their first break on a record,
Mm-hmm.
or somebody who's already established attacking 2 other already established artists.
But-
what's more undeniable?
But like when you say established artists, it just seems like they're all on the same level playing field. But this is the big 3 that went to war. This is like civil war in hip hop that's been building up for 10 years.
okay,
It's like the
and,
Nicki
this,
Minaj
and
and
this is a rookie coming off.
What was it? Beam Me Up, Scotty? Was that the mixtape that came out on streaming services like a year or 2 ago?
Yes,
Yes.
Joe.
So she already had that out by the time Monster came out. She already had the following.
But not like how Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole have it.
I think that
It's
verse
more
did
important-
more for Nicki,
exactly.
but I feel like Kendrick's verse did more for Culture.
Yeah. And like the moment of the magnitude of like that verse.
so are we saying women aren't a part of the culture?
Hey,
here we
We
go.
can flip it real quick, real nasty. I'm over here advocating for a woman.
And y'all saying she not hip hop?
Come on, bruh.
Hey, that's manipulation.
That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting
That's
right
textbook manipulation right
there.
there.
Like that was A1
you
gaslighting.
rearranging my words, and that's not what I meant.
That's not what we meant at all.
It's COE, okay? No,
You hate women. After you say like, oh, I believe victims.
Yeah.
Like,
It's-
I
yeah.
believe we should have safe space for women. And like 20 minutes later, you hate women, huh?
I'm trying to make it safer. I'm trying to get her up to 3. Come on, bro.
Nah, but that's also like that. Look,
think you do
hey,
gotta-
wait, hold up. Let me chime in on that because look,
Let me speak my
That's another
piece.
thing niggas be doing too. Is like don't be patronizing women. Don't half-ass give somebody some shit just because she a woman. That's the whole like first to do this thing.
Yeah.
If shit good, call it good.
Yeah. I mean,
You know
that's
what I'm
why
saying?
she ended the
If-
record.
If somebody give you an idea, say who you got the idea from.
AI. Looking at you, AI. Allen Iverson. No.
The answer.
You got a crazy crossover.
I'm looking for the answer.
It's a crazy crossover right here.
But no, dude, I stand by what I said. I think it should be higher.
I just don't know. Just based off what we've gone through.
Is
'cause
Control-
just based off what the Like That verse did in the last year, because we talked about that last pod, like
Is-
the chain reaction,
Okay.
domino effect from that verse.
Is like that more important than Control?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Control was the first introduction into that space between those two, and him and Kendrick, another artist that he named as well.
Okay.
I think, but that was like the start of him and Drake getting into that competitive. Like, oh, okay, I guess we're not friends.
You know how when you
We're
fight,
not friends?
when you fighting as a kid, it's like it's not as crazy.
Yeah.
because it's like
We're
neither
kids.
one of y'all got power like that. When you fighting as a grown ass man, that's a
Like
lot
that
more is on
jab-
the line.
That jab hurts a little bit more than it
Yeah.
did when
Yeah.
y'all were 10.
Look, niggas will get knocked the fuck out. So it's like I just think it carries more weight for sure.
Yeah.
Like the other one was just like I'm the best rapping nigga. This one was like more. It was more proof. And
Yeah.
it was I'm the better man.
Yeah.
Like not even just on some rap shit. Like I'm a better person than you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
He even made the Born Sinner ask for forgiveness.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay.
Hey, y'all, allegedly.
What else? Let's put this back on the screen.
Okay. I do like Life's a Bitch being number one. I guess Andre's 3Ks International Players Anthem.
that's crazy.
That's a
That
good
is
one.
I think that should be on there for sure.
No,
That's a
definitely.
good one.
I think it's just gotten so common that's just reviewed.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that shit still ring off.
No, it do.
No matter what.
It do. Like I'm happy when I hear it.
There have you okay, that's what I was gonna say. You happy when you hear it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm still happy when I hear it, but I think it's become such like a very common, popular song that I just kind of hear it. I guess I've heard it too much over the years.
That's DJ Corner Joe talking right now.
Man, how do we grade this? What are the criteria? Is it like the feature so good that it made it their song? The feature so impactful that everybody knows the feature and not the song? Or the feature is the best part of the song? You know
It
what
could
I'm saying?
be,
Like,
yeah.
That's a good
That's a
question.
good question. I think it might come down to like, is the feature the best part of the song? Because when I'm looking at these songs, right? Some of these features are the best part of the song. Some of them are part of just the reason why the song
Like
overall.
great songs, yeah.
Made it a great song. I
Like-
say Monster is the
So-
reason why that pushed it over the edge.
I'm a-
Because I hate Jay-Z's verse.
I
on
hate
that.
I hate Jay-Z's verse too.
What did he say?
Goblins, ghouls,
no, he
zombies
said-
with no
he
conscience.
said, love. I can get enough of it. I'm like, all right.
All I see is vampires and bloodsuckers.
I like that part. Oh, I see these fake niggas. I make millionaires spilling about
Yeah.
in the air. That's
Look,
hard. That's
so
hard.
his value in that verse, huh?
No,
Y'all immediately started rapping that shit.
just like I don't
It's
like
another great part of the
hey,
song.
Hey, just like I don't like the hey now say now more about, but I like the
Hey now,
Space
say
Race and Rose Cred. I like the end. I
little
like the
bridge.
breakdown. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's preference.
Yeah. All right.
I can.
So,
Yeah, I can do both, man.
so for example, like you got the Monster, which is like, I like Kanye's verse, I like Nicki's, and Hove's is whatever, depending on how I feel.
the
that
production on that shit
day.
is
Production's
just
great.
there.
But so like I think Monster is like an overall great song because of Nicki, the hook, and then the beat and the Kanye. Like even Made You Look remix that's Nas, Jadakiss, and a prime Ludacris, and Ludacris had a crazy ass verse on that song too. Like Jadakiss just started it off, so he's part of the reason the song is great, but he's not the star of the song by any means.
Okay.
Diamonds remix, of course, that was already a huge hit. Kanye went crazy on that one too, but Hope just jumped off the boat so he could walk on water type shit.
Yeah.
So he went crazy, but I wouldn't say like he's the reason that song is great. Stay Scheming.
Wait, the
Like-
whole verse is significantly better than the one without Hove.
Oh, I know, but like that
On-
song
on
was already
Diamonds.
great though. Like Diamonds by Sierra Leone was like already a great song to me.
That verse is crazy.
No, that verse is crazy. That whole verse is insane. But like, I think it's a great overall song though. I don't think Hove's verse like made it the song it is.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm talking crazy though.
No, I'm continue.
Let's see.
I'm cutting you off.
No, you good. Stay Scheming, I will say that is like a Drake song. I would say Drake is the highlight of that song, outside of the hook maybe.
But Drake has better ones.
I don't want to go to court.
But that was the chorus, like that was the one, like, bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Like that was like his big like moment, feature wise.
Bro, fucking the Versace
It was a good
verse
handoff.
is
It was.
the Versace verse is more, I feel like, pivotal than this one.
I don't know about
Nah, because I think this Drake feature was like the first feature that he did where you could tell like he's really about to make that leap.
It was more original too.
Did this
like
come
it
out-
felt like something Drake came up with. The Hannah Montana shit is like, oh, I'm on a Migos song, so I'm gonna.
I'ma
Like,
triple
Then what
my
about
flow.
Yeah,
Then what about I'm on one? Because I remember 2 white cups and I got that
drink. Could be purple or could
Come
be
on,
pink.
bro.
I'm
Depending on how you
on
mix that
one.
shit.
Did he have a verse on that? He had a verse on
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he did.
He opened it.
Yeah, he had the first verse.
With my skin tan and my hair long, my fans have been so patient.
He was
back
talking
to
more
work.
gritty shit on Stay Scheming though.
Yeah, that was like
He
that
was-
was probably
Okay, I'm just throwing
I'm here
wrenches
for-
in
I
there
like that
to see
though.
if you
Get to
can
it.
catch it.
because like there's like was it No Lie, 2 Chainz,
No
and
Lie.
that's damn who,
Yeah.
damn dude, and I got
Yeah,
like,
that
like,
was-
he
yeah.
was flowing on No
Yeah,
Lie. Like
yeah.
Drake was going crazy during this time, but I think Stay Scheming was probably like the grittiest verse he had during that time period because we're coming off of Take Care.
Yeah.
So like he's coming off of that, but this is kind of where he started to step into that mob boss zone a little bit. Was on Stay Scheming. Plus he took the shots at was that Common? He took shots at Common on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Common.
What do you
did the
say?
freestyle.
Period.
Huh?
What do you say? Period. It was a stupid joke. All right. It's punctuation. All right.
Ah.
What do you say? Semicolon? No. Backslash? All right.
Let's see. The Quiet Storm remix by Lil Kim. That was already a very popular song by Mobb Deep. I feel like. And
I could take that out for more money. Honestly.
I just don't know, man, because like that Lil Kim verse was like that during that time period.
But I like the Sock It To Me Lil Kim verse more than this one.
Ooh. Okay. I like.
Socking the niggas like Riri. Come on.
I really fuck with her All About the Benjamins feature too.
Okay.
I'd have been pretty cool with that. Nicki Minaj, of course, we talked about the monster. Like that. Kendrick just elevates. I don't think you could make a point that Kendrick's the best part of the song, but the song itself to me is still a great song.
Can I throw another like wild card in there? Forgot About Dre. Eminem.
Ooh.
That is
actually, the
crazy.
fact that Renegade or like no Eminem features on here is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Forgot About Dre, I feel like.
The pocket and flow is insane on that. When you really go back, that's an insane
Nowadays,
flow.
everybody want to
talk
talk.
like
And
that.
then his verse.
That was so.
Now, what do you
cool
say?
when that
Somebody
shit-
you hate?
Yeah.
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 That was kind of like the
Even
original. What
Drove
they
You
talking about?
Away?
They talking about none. They talking about none.
Yeah.
That was kind of like that same fast flow on the hook
Yeah.
before that one. International play.
Wait, you giving that to Eminem?
just like the original idea.
Hold on. I saw this nigga.
All right, let's talk about it.
No.
Like, listen, we already know how influential Eminem has been
Yeah.
to Kendrick Lamar as an artist. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that hook.
I feel like he got that from the block, like from his environment.
What they talking about? They talking about nothing.
Yes, that's how
Huh?
a nigga talk.
Huh?
There's a nigga
I was
that
mostly-
talk like that.
I was mostly
like,
ain't
Talking to
about
himself.
nothing. He ain't talking about
what they
nothing.
talking about? They talking about nothing.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
I
LA
got a-
niggas got a certain way they talk. Like, it's weird.
I got an uncle like that.
Yeah.
Talking to himself.
He ain't talking about nothing.
Whoa, that's different.
I mean,
He talked to himself.
huh?
He got schizophrenia.
You got a schizo uncle?
Dude, I don't want to put my family on blast. Did have a cousin that would call the house for my grandmother. Been dead for years.
Oh, we.
Be like that.
Literally.
Oh, we.
I know her.
Everybody be going through that shit.
Literally.
Seek help. It's help for that. You know.
And just like that, we're back on this. So
Yeah, like, yeah.
I'm always put the resources out there.
literally.
Yeah, and then I guess Hazy's Life of Bitch, of course. But I'm pretty. This was the first beat out list I saw, and I was pretty okay with it. I was all right with what I saw. I wasn't too upset. I didn't want to call him an idiot. I was like, you know what, brother, I'm okay. I'm okay with this list. I'm surprised I ain't see Pusha T on there.
I want to see people fill this list out. This would be a cool list.
Yeah.
Or you know what would be a cool list? Like best remix, like song remix.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Maybe we do that for the next
Or
pod.
like best posse cut.
COE.
Yeah.
COE.
When
Yeah.
DJ Khaled first came out, that shit was
Like
a
it-
great time.
Yeah.
Or like niggas was doing
Change the
hella
game.
remixes, like the USD or USDA
With
remix.
Jeezy?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, like because at the time, every song Khaled was doing was like an organic posse cut. Like the first Khaled song I remember hearing was "Holla at Me, Baby," which had like Paul Wall on it. Lil Wayne was on there. Fat Joe, I think Pitbull was on there.
Okay.
I remember seeing
real-
the videos, bro.
Yeah.
like on
Bro,
BT and
Real
shit.
2006 shit.
Speaking of Fat Joe, Make It Rain.
Lil Wayne.
Yes.
I mean, Wayne didn't have a verse,
but he didn't
though,
have a
did
verse on it.
Yeah,
though.
that
he was just a
because like
hook.
you could have put Players Circle or what's Players Found Duffel Bag Boy.
yeah.
'Cause
I'm
it-
in this bitch with the terror. Got it. Come on, bro.
I'll make it rain. I'm actually really surprised there was no Wayne feature on that.
Maybe we need to do best posse cuts remix. I feel like those are two different lists.
Yeah.
Best posse cut remix and best hooks.
Yeah.
Let's pick one now. What do y'all think?
Posse cuts.
Posse cuts?
Let's do
Posse
posse
cuts.
cuts for the next episode.
All
right.
Fuck. It's gonna just expose my taste.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the purpose.
It's not
Yeah.
a bad thing.
It's the mind, the soul,
like
and
the
the heart, you know?
Yeah.
And the fart.
The guy we like to diversify. You know, see, we're all into different shit. Let's see. So we had the B-Dot list. Let's see. What else can we talk?
Carti.
Carti. Oh, yeah. Playboy Carti, #1 for 3 weeks now. He beat Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez for the #1 spot this week to make it a 3rd week at #1. I Am Music. Andre.
Wait, so Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez put out an album together?
Yes. Joint
Okay.
album.
They've been on a press run, too.
Oh,
Trying to push it.
that's a very
Doing Jimmy
specific
Kimmel and shit.
demo. But all the kids love Cardi, right?
Yeah, which is it's just crazy to see him like really elevate. And it's really been cool to see everybody really embrace this album and be like, yeah, this album is actually really good.
Yeah.
30 tracks out, and he didn't really miss. Outside of like maybe 5.
He missed a few. I feel like he missed a few.
I mean, you're bound to do that with 30 songs.
I got like 60%. Got like maybe 12
Mm-hmm.
of them.
Damn.
I know, man. It's just,
It's a little harsh, don't you think?
different strokes.
Hey, yo, pause. But
Resume.
But yeah, man, salute to Cardi, man. 3 weeks at #1. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought the kid from SoundCloud?
Man, I would just be, I don't be surprised, but I'd be like, damn,
Really went far with it.
nigga still making a run.
Man, and running it up.
Do y'all think that that birthmark was real?
It's still on his face.
Is it? I
Yeah.
feel like I'd never see that shit.
He just
before.
wear makeup now.
Oh wow.
He wear a lot of foundation, so it look
Okay.
if you look,
I think it's real.
yeah,
I don't know.
like
I'm always questioning.
were they gonna
everything.
rip it off? Like,
I mean,
Is Cardi a
bleach it off.
robot?
Is Cardi a robot? Maybe.
An industry plant?
No.
nah, of course not, man.
Everyone-
Our father found him.
Not my dad.
Not Andre. senior.
Okay,
Not me. Senior.
Your dad's name Andre? That's tight.
Definitely. I'm the second.
Oh, you the second?
Yeah.
Man, never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
All
Happy
right,
for you,
Joe. All right.
You should say it. I want to know.
Yeah. What you trying to say?
I'm just like thankful my dad didn't name me fucking Raymond. I would have been so annoyed.
They would have been like
Raymond Corneo.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh my god.
That's what they would have hit you with.
Instead of everybody
Raymond the Kid Corneo.
Instead of everybody loves Raymond, I just got like Joe Dirt.
You look like a Ray, bro.
You do look like a Ray.
Don't he look like a Ray?
It's just the glasses.
You like a Ramon for sure.
Ramon.
It's just the glasses.
You could be Ro instead of Joe Ro. Joe Ro. It's the Kid Ro. Ro Corneo.
It's Roro.
Roro. It's Roro.
This is my dog, Roro. He love hip hop and shit.
Don't mind him. That's just Roro.
No, that make you sound. Never mind. Never mind.
All right.
right,
Well, before the pod started,
Yeah.
we were talking about how cooked America is.
Oh yeah, shit, fried.
I have a
Yeah, I'm fried.
first-hand experience as to how cooked society is at this point. This past week had a real adult moment. I downloaded the CVS app, opened that bitch up, and realized that my inhaler that was $30. Mind you, they didn't even give me this inhaler all my life. This is like I just
brand.
got this at like 24, 25, like at the end of the insurance, like
When
you know,
insurance about to like
exactly
expire.
about to
Yeah.
get out of here. It was $30. Nigga, I looked at that app. Actually, Joe, I want you to look at it.
Uh-huh.
I want you to read it. Yeah, my fucking address and shit is on there.
It's all right,
No.
brother. You live in a secure place.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, hey, send me y'all cash apps. But drop your
Hey, who
cash
got
app
BOA?
right now.
Who got BOA?
Hey, who want to learn the cash app scam?
Gotta have
A
Wells
few of y'all
Fargo.
from the town got caught up in that. Y'all got
Yeah.
Y'all got to
Hey,
stop
send me-
advertising
hey,
them
send
scams
me
on your
50
Instagram stories, y'all. That's not really secretive.
Hey, the scam demic was crazy, wasn't it, y'all?
Huh?
That's the whole point.
Hey, if you
Send
got
me-
if you got Chase Bank, holla at me. Like, oh
Hey.
yeah, I wonder what that could be for.
That was $30,
Good
and that's the
catch.
reduced price.
It was where we at? Oh yeah, I
was like,
yeah, like you threw a big ass phone at me.
Prescriptions.
Prescriptions.
Nah, here. bad.
All right, we about to see how crazy of a surgery.
You all prescriptions. Yeah, I'll just say it.
So what was the original price?
It was $30.
$30 for your inhaler.
For my inhaler. The
Okay.
reduced price is now $224.
Oh shit!
That's reduced.
Not them reducing it and adding more money to it.
$224. And you know what's crazy? It's a month inhaler. It has only 30 puffs. Puffs for 30 days. It's a daily 30 puff inhaler.
What if I need 2 puffs in a day?
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Before my insurance ran out, I saw how much a 60-day one was, and it was $90. So imagine how much. That's just a 30-day one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Imagine how much a
500.
90-day one costs.
Hey, try and get an EpiPen right now.
Hey man, free Luigi. That's all I got to say.
Free the guys.
Man.
Free the guys, man.
Man. Free Luigi. We need a few more of them.
We need a few more saviors to come up. And
We need some
Handle the
Waluigis, some Wario's, some Princess
some
Peaches.
Yeah, bring the whole family.
Man,
as long as y'all all are helpful in the mission.
No, as long as y'all got the blue shell.
Aha.
Get the nigga at the
Yeah,
top
at
out.
the top. Yeah.
We going straight for the top.
Drop a bomb, Andre.
Man.
You deserve it.
Shit, River was informing me that good old Donnie is trying to get rid of anything in the Smithsonian that isn't honoring America.
Yeah.
Nigga, real time whitewashing. Real time.
Right in your face.
let me get this up out of here for you.
Move, Jackie.
I think it just reinforces that the home and the household and passing down stories and education and art
You said education.
in the household is
I don't
more
trust
important
that
than
either.
ever.
I don't trust education
No,
in
we
no
talking
households
about-
anymore.
Like what you learned from your mom.
Literally, Joe.
How to-
I
on how
don't
to
know
be a
how
good
y'all mothers
man.
gonna be going forward, but I do not have any hope in y'all parents going forward.
What?
Listen, brother, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Millennials are not great parents. Y'all not doing the job right. You're raising
feel like
horrible
that-
kids.
I feel like that's a loud minority, Joe. I feel like a lot of strides have been taken.
I don't know.
Man,
I work in
I-
education
I
system, dog.
can,
It's not great.
I can testify to some healthy millennial families.
Yeah, like a lot of my homies that have kids
And-
are great parents, so I
and-
salute to them.
But I will say, know yourself before you have kids because
Joe, your
your
DJ
kid gonna look
take,
to you.
your DJ take should be for kids and people having kids instead of getting into hobbies and wanting to express themselves. Yo, heavy stance on
y'all
if you
dumb
don't
ass-
have a
on the
kid
DJs.
should be that.
The dumbasses are gonna
Say
have
don't be out here DJing. Don't be out here having kids either.
like
Whole time.
I've been telling y'all to stop having kids. Like none of y'all deserve to have kids. Really, like none of y'all need them. Like y'all clearly have no sense of direction as people. Why do you need a kid? You ain't leading a kid to nowhere but trouble. Like y'all are horrible parents. Like I see it on the daily. Y'all have no sense of like control over y'all child who are 3 years old. Only been on the planet for 3 years, and you have no control over it. You've been alive for fucking 30-something years, hopefully. I mean, the kids. Sorry, like badass kids were raised by terrible parents. Like y'all all deserve the blame here. Sorry, I'm sorry the kid is involved in it, but like, yeah, you know me. I'm all for people not having kids.
Joe's getting a vasectomy this year, y'all. He was telling me.
A Josectomy.
Put the ha-ha. Put the ha-ha right now.
We're gonna do an IRL stream.
Yeah. Come with me to get a vasectomy.
Man. See you in 2 years.
Yeah. Like all you weirdos, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Y'all be having kids just off because of boredom. Like that's not a real reason to have a child. Like you were bored, so you had a child.
Nigga did it for the plot.
Yeah, like want to spice up the storyline a little bit more. Like,
Nah, niggas did it because it felt good at the time.
Niggas picking poverty.
like, yeah,
Niggas
like
pick-
you don't have shit to your name, but you want to bring a child into this world. Like,
Bro,
you don't
get it-
even like your baby moms.
Bro, get a dog first.
Yeah.
I promise you it's hard.
Cause you'll probably hate a dog too. Like,
Man, I promise you it's hard, bro.
yeah, like I see Andre yell at his dog all the time, and
be
he
hit-
likes this dog.
Man.
Like, most
And
of
he
y'all
can take a
y'all-
hit.
Y'all don't like
Most of
kids?
y'all kids can't take. No, I'm just
Yo.
joking. Hey, I'm just,
Hey, yo.
Come on, bro.
Hey,
They cut the wire.
No, I'm just
Peter
joking,
gonna
man.
get us.
he gonna get us.
Our collar, the collar that I use, I only hit him with the vibration now because the shocking don't even work. The nigga look at me like, "You serious?" The vibration is the only thing that he kind of fuck with. Like, he understands.
Yeah. It's like when you those people that used to make the fake gums. Like, hey, you want some gum? And you pull it and it vibrates.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Hey,
it probably feels like that.
That was so
infuriating. It's like I could punch you in the face right now.
It's like my mama wouldn't even let me play with that type of shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
my mom was like, you.
Oh, Bart Simpson ass
see,
nigga.
look,
Why the fuck you got pranks? Why the fuck you got pranks just on hand?
Why you got gimmicks on hand? That made no sense. Man. Those are the people that come up to you at the airport and try to do it.
Hey, what if they grew up in a circus?
No.
Or what if they're a family of clowns? You don't know y'all don't know what people got going
No,
on at home.
there's a lot of family of clowns.
Hey,
well,
that's why you shouldn't have kids. You never
my
know.
dad said one prank a day.
One prank a day.
Niggas got whoopee cushions and shit.
I'm just trying to make everybody smile.
Like spraying water in people's faces with a flower,
bro. Some
It
Joker
like
shit.
Yeah, like not even evil, just like really mischievous.
Yeah, this nigga the Joker.
Stop doing that. Doing that gesture. You ain't even
You
saying
doing it without the flower is like crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
this is why Guna culture. We need to reel it in. We need to reel in Guna culture, man.
I didn't even pause you.
Nah, because he said no pause, and I was like, well, since I was talking about flowers and shit, I know where his mind went.
No, I said without the flower there, it looks crazy.
I'm on the same page with you.
I agree.
All right. All right, fuck me then, I guess.
All right, Joe.
All right. Before we wrap up, unless there's anything else anyone wants to bring up and talk about before we wrap it up, I do want to give a quick shout out to Saba and No ID. They finally put out their long-awaited album. Let me make sure I get the title out. Because I don't know if you guys remember, man, but it's been about 2 years in the making. But this album was actually shelved indefinitely because there was a Janet Jackson sample on it that they couldn't get cleared. And they didn't know when it would get cleared. So the album I think it's been done for like 2 years, I believe. And then they were just pretty much waiting for the sample to clear, but they didn't know what the timeline was. So it was just shelved indefinitely. And then one day, out of nowhere, the sample got cleared and the album came out.
Shout the lawyer.
They ended up sampling I Get So Lonely by Janet Jackson, which is actually the second song on the album, called Breakdown. The album is called From the Private Collection of Saba and No ID. It was a big deal because, No ID is a very known, legendary producer and A&R from Chicago. He worked for Def Jam. He was a producer. He was A&R for them. And he was the one that was obviously known of giving Kanye West his big break. Yep. He was Kanye's mentor early on. So No ID has been like a very pivotal factor and role player in Chicago's music scene over the years. So Saba getting this look was a huge look for him. So I was really excited for it when it came out. It came out of nowhere finally, like last week. And I gotta say, man, the thing about Saba that I really like about his music is that he makes music that makes it seem like you are really getting a day in the life of Saba and like what it's like to be Saba in Chicago. And that's kind of like the production on this album does feel very Chicago. Like if I walk down Chicago on a summer day, I'm going to hear a lot of people playing music on the streets and whatnot. Like it feels very Chicago. Even the cover art itself is just an old rundown black and white picture of Chicago.
Saba is the same person on Father Time, right?
That's Sampha.
Sampha. Okay, I get those.
Do you remember the Dream Chasers, the Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers, Volume 3?
Yeah,
he was on Sacrifices.
Oh yeah.
And then he was on Angels with Chance the Rapper.
Oh yeah.
So like Saba been around for a minute, and like, I've always been ready for Saba to take that next leap, like commercially, because I feel like he has that potential to just naturally make commercially accessible music for himself. Mm-hmm. But he always kind of like doesn't do that. But I feel like he's been kind of just not plateauing, but kind of staying on the same trajectory he's been on for a while. Like the music's still great. Like I think he does get bigger with each album, but I just feel like commercial wise, like he doesn't hit that stride I think he's gonna hit.
You wanna see more pop records from him?
Not more like pop records. I guess it's more like commercial appealing records, but not. I don't want him to blatantly make a commercial record.
What do you want?
I don't know. I just feel like Saba's got a lot of potential to be a bigger artist than I feel like he currently is. I mean, he's still getting great looks, so he's doing his thing. I just feel like he's kind of just still at the same spot he was in like 5 years ago.
Oh, good.
But this album is great. I love it. There's a song on there called How to Impress God that I think is super impressive. It's kind of like How Much a Dollar Costs, but it's like, Saba having a conversation with God and talking about how God's just not impressed with any of these feats he's done. He's like, yeah, Pivot Gang's independent, but I'm not impressed. Like, you moved all your homies into a crib, not impressed. And it's just like him trying to figure out in this conversation with God, like, how do I impress you then? Like, how do I win you over? And that's kind of like every Saba album always feels super introspective, and it always is like a good indicator of like where Saba is in his life or like what he's been through, because Saba's a very introspective artist. So I like this. It was a great body of work. I was actually a lot more surprised that I liked it more than I did, because my roommate listened to it previously, and he was kind of giving me like his feedback on it. And I was like, okay, maybe I might not rock with it, but I was actually pleasantly surprised, man. I just kind of with Saba in this project. I know this project's been done for some like maybe 2 years or so. So it's not the newest music from Saba, but it's still pretty cool to hear Saba and No ID finally put out their album. And it just made me more interested to see what Saba does with the new music he has been working on the last few years since this album's been done. But yeah, shout out to Saba. He's a great creative in the Chicago scene. I would love to hear a Saba. Listen to this album made me realize that I need to hear like a Saba, Brittany Carter, Ashan feature. I think Saba and Ashan would go crazy together.
Mid clap.
Yeah.
That's how intense it was.
Ashan and Saba would sound great together, especially on this No ID production that's on this album. I think they could just make something amazing. And then Brittany Carter, she's also from Chicago as well, and she's been doing great shit with Chris Classic out there, who's also tapped in with the scene. He used to be Smino's manager back in the day, who now runs a pretty big studio in Chicago. And I know he's pretty big in the Chicago scene too as well. So, you know, I think it's definitely possible. I know like when we had her on last year at your crib, she said she would love to work with Saba from Chicago.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that could definitely be in the play, and hopefully, fingers crossed for them. But yeah, I like this album a lot, and I'm looking forward to listening to it a lot more. And I would highly recommend anybody in the room that would like to hear some new music, check it out.
Perfect.
Tap in.
Perfect.
I got
Pivot
a
Gang
little record.
Oh yeah. Dog, talk to him about your man's. What's his name?
My name isn't J-Mac. That's all one word, like, you know.
Like Wi-Fi.
Lowercase.
Funeral Wi-Fi or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of like that. It's all one word. My name isn't Jack.
Yep. The project's called Bookmark 2. Dom's put me on to, bro.
Oh, so Dom's put you on too?
Yeah, he sent me some shit. And then yeah. So I've been fucking with the argue typing. That shit gas. And the lemon and ginger off of it. But he Tommy Richmond people, from Virginia. He give me Isaiah Rashad vibes, but like different flows. The flows he be picking is really tight.
And if you watch his videos, he does. He always has his dreads over his face.
Oh, okay.
So like you
It's
don't
his
ever see his
aesthetic.
face. It's like his mask, like Sia. Actually,
My daughter just like see you can't
see ya. And speaking of that, I do want to shout out.
That took a year for him to just reveal his kids.
I
Like
wasn't
that
hiding,
verse
I
came
wasn't
out.
hiding my
I was hiding the kid from the world.
yeah.
Actually, speaking of like using your hair like him, there was a song actually on the Saba album called Head Rap where he talks about his experience in life and his journey in life through his lock journey and how people have reacted to him and how he's changed as a person over his lock journey throughout the years. And I think that's a really good song too. Like that's a great written song. Like
Hell yeah.
So shout out to Saba for that. That was a really unique perspective to take on that song. So
Hell
shout
yeah.
out to those men with good hair, man. Oh, he's going to the
Okay.
bathroom.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess on that note,
Joe, before we wrap,
yes.
right? You
got a question
mentioned
of the
how before, I think even before the cameras were on, we may have. Did we bring up Shannon Sharp on camera? No, we didn't.
No, we were talking off camera about it.
Okay. Your girl's on the new episode of Shay Shay.
Who's?
Just hilarious.
Of course she's on. Dog, Shannon Sharp is so shameless. He's so
Literally.
shameless as a journalist. And like, not that I ever had journalistic expectations for Shannon Sharp because I didn't, but
I think he's a conversationalist. I don't think he's a journalist.
he's
Maybe
not.
a sports journalist.
I never.
He's a
I, for
conversationalist.
one, never viewed Shannon Sharp as a journalist.
Sports journalist, though.
Sport, yeah. Anything when it comes to sports conversations, he's a sports journalist because that's his background.
Yeah.
But when it comes to other shit, I don't hold Shannon Sharp to like a crazy journalistic standard when it comes to pop culture or like anything else that's not involved in sports. But I just think how shameless they've gotten with this brand and how he's just willing to do and say and or interview anybody or go on Instagram Live while you're having sex and then try to make it look like it was an accident, then admit you did it on purpose. Like it just looks corny to me.
Yeah.
Like, and it's really weird to me how people with high status in this field, like whether it be media or music or whatever, actors, it's like they'll just go through this corny shit. They'll put themselves through corny shit for no reason.
Some say a humiliation ritual. Let's get the fuck up out of here, man.
Yeah, right.
Alex, come back into frame.
Right, yeah.
You gotta wrap this bitch.
Hold up. But yeah, man.
Oh,
We got the I forgot we had wine.
Oh.
We've got so much to look forward to
Oh.
with this podcast. We about to pop bottles one time. Episode
About to pour this shit out.
119.
R.I.P.
Hey.
Big Mood.
Did we
R.I.P.
get any
Big
comments
Mood.
today?
No, we didn't
Richard,
get any
we love
comments.
you.
Damn.
Barrett, we love you.
We need to work on the SEO.
We got it. Oh, and it's the bottle opener.
Later, y'all.
All right, y'all. Until next time, it's the Yada Yada Podcast, episode 119. We'll be back next week. It's the Kid Joe Cornejo. This is Black Hyphy. Nelso, Sebastian,
Savannah.
and
It's your girl, Riv.
until next Sunday, y'all, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We'll be back next week. We out.